Forget climbing the corporate ladder for 40 years. Three 25-year-olds think they found a shortcut. By building tiny, automated businesses they hope will one day replace their full-time jobs. Their dream? To be jobless at 35. Not because they don't want to work, but because they want time to pursue the things they actually care about. But can this new Gen Z formula for freedom really work? Meet Sean, Joseph, and Jonas. Childhood friends, university floor mates, and now co-founders of something they call the Jobless Club. Every Sunday, without fail, they meet for lunch and a weekly sync. That's when they pitch ideas for building small businesses. Each idea is one step toward a bold 10-year plan to build enough automated businesses to earn 30,000 Singapore dollars a month, the income they believe will let them retire at age 35.
I think we should start a knife sharpening business.
And the one that finally took off starts with a kitchen knife. They recently launched Knife Sharpening Singapore, a pickup and return service for home cooks, chefs, and food businesses.
We sharpen pretty much anything under the sun.
Someone got rich doing it. Needless to say,
But none of them are professional sharpeners. Instead, they partnered with industry veterans and automated everything else.
we will guarantee your satisfaction.
Right, to hit that 30 kmr, you need a lot of knives. And so in order to achieve that sort of scale and volume and expertise, we have to partner with several sort of knife sharpeners who have that decades of experience under their belt to be able to support us. Because once we get through like 200 knives on a weekend, we can't handle that.
Their role? Build the tech, create the systems, and outsource the sharpening. Within 3 months, Knife Sharpening Singapore grew from 0 to 50 customers, bringing in over $1,000 a month. A promising start, but still a long way from their target of $30,000. Today, they handle an average of 150 to 160 knives a month.
In the first 3 months, because I ride a bike, I was handling the deliveries after work. So I wrap up at 1, 2 a.m., right? And then I would just ride around to collect the knives because there's no traffic then. And that was the most painful period of my life, because coming back at like 6 a.m. and then I was just like crashing on Saturday.
And it still almost failed.
Why not flyers? Why not do it the traditional way? And that was like sort of the last resort we were going to do to sort of prove that the business will work. But the flyers, did it succeed? No, it didn't, right?
No, not even one lead there.
What worked was the thing they're actually good at: search engine optimization.
So Joseph actually did a very good job in terms of SEO. You see that we're now, if you search for anything remotely related to knife sharpening, right, in Singapore, we generally come up as first or second website. So again, this is a lot of the domain expertise that helps, right?
But even with SEO, growth depends on marketing, their biggest weakness.
You need one guy that is a sales guy, right? The very loud, obnoxious, a bit gung-ho kind of guy. We are not that, unfortunately.
To compensate, they're considering ramping up content creation, from knife demos to food reviews, and even offering free sharpening to restaurants. But Knife Sharpening Singapore is only one chapter of the Jobless Club.
For Jonas, I met him back in Sec 1 already, back in school, so we were classmates then. So he's my oldest friend. And as for Joseph, met him back in year 1 in university. So I think we just all got along very, very well together. And started working on projects together.
Some ideas went semi-viral on TikTok. Others died quietly.
It's about 50-50, so about half of our businesses are generally profitable or have been profitable, and about the other half, although we always manage to get users, it may not always be monetizable.
Every quarter, they review what worked, and if it didn't, start something new. But what does retiring early even mean to them?
I want to, go to the World Championships for a trading card game I play. I want to paint miniatures. I want to get really good at knife sharpening. I want to become really good at tennis, right? So all these hobbies take time. And I just want, at a certain point in my life to be able to pivot and spend more time pursuing these passions rather than working.
But how realistic is early retirement at 35? And can small automated ventures really get them there?
Well, definitely, that's a very ambitious goal. You will need to save almost $4 million at the age of 35. And in order for you to save $4 million from 25 to 35, you will need to save about $28,000 a month. And provided this amount of money can be invested at a rate of return of about 5%. Not only you need to have earn a very high salary, you need to keep your expenses very, very low. But on the other hand, entrepreneurship is the one that actually sky's the limit, because if you have the right solutions, then people are willing to pay for your product or services, then this is where you can generate income.
And then there's the dream, the mountains of Thailand.
It was beautiful, like mountains sprawling everywhere, greenery everywhere, and like something that you won't see in Singapore, but so close to home as well. So we took like a road trip down and it was amazing, and we thought, yeah, this is actually the life that we truly want to lead in the end.
But they admit it's not really about Thailand. It's really about freedom, space and time.
It's more of a concept, to be honest, because it may not be in Thailand, it may not be a mountain, but it's just more of like being able to just doing things freely and what we want to do.
For now, they're juggling full-time jobs, some working US hours till 1 a.m., others squeezing side hustles into weekends. Sean, Joseph and Jonas know their dream will take time, possibly 10 years, maybe longer.
We understand that it's going to be a long journey, like an exponential curve. At the start, they'll be just grinding, nothing's going to work. But eventually, all our efforts will potentially realize and we can, make something out of it.
But they say the journey matters as much as the destination. And whether they reach the mountains of Thailand or stay right here in Singapore, they want just one thing: a life designed on their own terms.